Hey all, it's Matt with Bobcat Bonsai here. Today we're going to do another Hirt's Gardens unboxing. I already know what it is, so we're actually going to be doing a review with it as well. It's a My First Bonsai kit inside of it. So let's get it opened up and get to it. Alright, so we'll start out the same way as we do every other unboxing and just get the box opened up here. Lots and lots of bubble wrap. Very nice. And we've got a box inside of a box. So these are supposed to make nice little presents for people to give them as their first bonsai. Don't give somebody a present as a bonsai unless you know that person wants that present. Alright, so we're gonna get this open. More wrap, which is very nice. Here's the little juniper. That's pretty cute, and it looks nice and healthy, so that's awesome. All right, it's got a little bag of soil, another little bag of soil, a little bag of rocks. Those are actually pretty cool. It comes with some instructions on how to grow Japanese junipers indoors. I won't be growing this indoors, but at least it comes with instructions on it. Then it comes with a little plastic bonsai pot and a little tray. So this is all pretty awesome, except that is a really big pot for such a small tree. Let me grab another pot real quick. Okay, so I have two slightly smaller pots here. I have the circular one, which I think that looks pretty nice. And then I have a square one, which that's a little bit more shallow. Let's see. Circle one's thinner. The square one's more shallow. I think we're gonna go with the square one. I have a humidity tray also for that, so it'll end up just sitting in here like this. Just a happy little guy. Alright. So we figured that much out at least. So let's go ahead and pop this little guy out of its plastic bag here. And then I kind of figured this would all be pretty dry, and it is. So I'm just going to work it a little bit with my hands. And then I'll grab my little bamboo stick here. Begin to work it some more. Get this all opened up nicely. So it looks like we have some nice roots inside here. And a nice callus. The only downside to the roots is they definitely are not radial. They're definitely all pushing to this one side right here. So it'd be nice if we could get some more to come out this way. Alright, so I don't know if the soil they gave me is the same as what this was in, so I'm just going to rinse these off real quick. hit it with my little fork rake here. Sorry about that, that was very high pitch. So I'm not going to do too much root trimming, but there's this one root that's just hooking under everybody else, so I'm going to take that one out. This one right here, it's just hooking underneath all these other new ones that are coming in, so. That did not cut it at all. Alright, so that was actually a large portion of the root I just took off. But the rest of these all seem to be growing in a fairly decent pattern. I'm not going to trim back any of these other roots after how much just came off with that one. Alright, so let's just soak that down in this water for a little bit. It didn't come with any wire or anything, but I am going to run some wire just to hold it in place. So I'll just take it, run it up this way, run it up this way. Let's even these out a little bit more. Okay, so this is more or less just to hold the tree in place. The little pot they gave was nice. I just feel like there's a little bit more than what was needed for how small this tree is. I'm just going to take some of this soil here and I'm going to mound it up towards the middle. And I'm going to try to control these roots to go where I want them to. So now that we're here, I'm just going to take and wire the tree down. I may not have even needed to wire this tree down. I think it's deep enough that I actually would have stayed exactly where I wanted it to, but we'll still wire it down anyway, just to be safe. Alright. I'm gonna come in here. Trying to get this one root to grow back a little bit. That way I can try to get some kind of radial pattern going for me. I will say though, I will be removing this wire. I'm not going to be putting 2 wires in here. Let's take some more of this soil. Work that around. Make sure we get it down between all these roots. Alright, gonna add some more of their other little bag of soil they gave me now. Make sure you take like bigger pieces like that out. You don't need that mixed in with your soil. Let's add a little bit of water here, just to see how much this is going to shrink in when we add it in. Alright, so that dropped a lot. I'd have to do the math to figure out exactly how different these guys all are here from one to the other, but I'm kind of wondering how this soil would have filled the other pot. I guess it would have only been just a little bit bigger, so it should have worked just fine. So we're actually going to use the rest of this, and it will all go in here, because once this gets wet, it's going to drop just like the other part did. Alright, so now we're going to add some more water in here. Just make sure everything's nice and saturated. So I can kind of see why they wouldn't have sent wire along. Wouldn't exactly want somebody with their first bonsai tree trying to learn how to wire without at least reading up on it a little bit. So I'm going to cut that a little bit long in there. Making sure not to trap any of the shoots underneath it. And then I personally just like to put a little curve up at the top. That way it gives me something to work with here. All right. So the only other thing I'm going to do real quick is just trim any shoots that are facing downwards for now. So with this little guy right here, that could be its own little branch coming out, so I'm going to leave that alone. Let's see. I mean, other than that, I don't seem to see too much other downward growth on this for now. So these little stones then are meant to go in the humidity tray as like a little design aspect of it. Let's get these little guys spread out a little here. Make sure it doesn't interrupt with this sitting down. Sorry, I live right near an airport, so there's always a lot of loud noise going on overhead. Alright, so then we can set that guy there. So I'm actually going to take the rest of these stones and just kind of put them around the top of this. Just kind of give it a little bit more of a little fancy look to it here. Alright, so now that that's on here, just gonna water and make sure I get the leaves. Get down inside it. Then that water is going to drain down into the humidity tray where it'll trap the moisture. So, all in all, as of right now, I mean, this is just a little baby. This is going to be the front view on it. I'll probably end up pulling these branches down at a later point in time once everything develops a little bit more. I may even end up getting rid of this one, I don't know. So that'll be like the front view of it. Down the side, the back, and the other side, and back to the front. I feel like the tree just looks too big, even in this pot. Have a little stone here. Let me. Now it almost looks as if it's creeping out from underneath that stone. I think it's kind of neat. Alright, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification to be notified every time I drop a new video. Thank you.